Some People Are More Equal Than Others is a song that is concerned with the huge divide between rich and poor. It's specifically about greed and how I view that and how I think that has affected everybody globally, really. It's an angry song that is really my own personal perspective on the issue of the difference between haves and have-nots. And I don't think it's any different from one back then when I was writing the song in 1994 than it is today in 2020. Nothing's changed, and here's the point: that it doesn't matter how the world grows and how much supposed freedom we're supposed to have. The reality is that freedom only really comes to those that have plenty of money, plenty of wealth, and the rest of us are kind of shackled to the constraints of essentially being living on, for a lot of people, living on the edge of poverty, if not in poverty. And I've always been very angry about this. I mean, I grew up in a working class household where we had very little money when we were kids, and my mum and dad did the absolute best they could, and my dad worked his way out of that situation. But I've and even though we were in that situation, we weren't poor. We just particularly weren't well off. But clearly there is a huge divide, specifically in this country at the moment. So I think this song is as relevant as it was back in the day. So yeah, so it's my view, and I think a big part of this is it's like the armchair finger waver. I think I'm talking about myself within this as well. That we can all watch the TV and weep about poverty across the globe. And yeah, maybe we contribute a few quid to try and help, but the reality is that we then go about our lives and don't think about it again. And it exists on our doorstep. That's a major thing for me. Is people walk past beggars in the streets and people who are homeless in the street and think nothing of it. We've become desensitized to it, and this song takes on that. It's not actually pointing the finger at anyone. Actually, if anything, it's pointing the finger at myself. It's me talking about my inabilities as well as everybody else's to try and help.